Hi and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have visited before. My name is Angela. I am an herbalist, a craftswoman, and a small business owner. On this channel I have two main series. One of them is called My Small Business Diary, and there I share the ups and downs of owning a small business. But today you're watching one of my What's on My Needles episodes, and here I share mostly my personal crafts, knitting, crochet, and some sewing. And today I'm very excited. I have quite a few finished projects and quite a few projects that I would like to start, and some almost finished projects. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's see what I have. Because there are quite a few summer projects that I would still like to work on. Today is August 1st. I know it's quite late, but because I think I have 5 or 6 patterns that I would like to start. I know, quite optimistic. I wanted to finish as much as I had already started, as many of the projects that I have started before. And one of them is, I'm sorry, it's a little dirty because as you will see a video, I was walking over the deck with no shoes but just the socks on, and they get stained, hopefully not permanently. Hopefully I'll be able to wash them off. And these are my first socks after a long time. I have just recently picked up knitting and crocheting again. I have been knitting and crocheting since I was a kid, but for a long time I have been stuck into doing just simple things like blankets, baskets, I don't know, pot holders and things like that, because I was used to living in Europe. I worked on quite a few sweaters and tops, and they would never fit properly, and it was quite hard for me to find a yarn that was called for by patterns in the magazines. And anyway, being discouraged by that, I, for many years, have not done any garments, but all of a sudden, I'm not sure. I think I started watching podcasts on YouTube and found that here in the US, I live in Colorado right now, and I found out that patterns are different nowadays, and the yarns are much easier to be substituted or found a replacement for using different yarns. So I got back into it, and I got tennis elbow from it, but how much I got excited and enthusiastic, and I want to make everything that I see and everything that I like. This is my first finished top since I started knitting garments again, and I'm quite happy with it. The only thing that happened with it, that when I washed it, it shrank a little bit, but as you will see in the video that I will add, I made a skirt. There's a little bit more high-waisted, and it completely covers my stomach. In the slightly cropped top, it's better. We've done Renaissance. We went to Renaissance Festival this year, and for the first time I have sewn my own costume. I was a green witch, a good witch, and I did a long skirt. I rarely ever wear skirts. I usually wear jeans and pants and shorts. And that day when I wore that long skirt, I might add a picture, but I would like to share that costume in the future. It still needs to, I still need to do some adjustments. So whenever it's done and I'm happy with it, I will share it. And that day when I wore that long skirt, I felt really comfortable and I was excited about it. And I said, oh, I need more long skirts in my life. So I made this beautiful flower skirt. And let me grab a little bit of the fabric so I can show you. This is just a little piece that I have left over. I bought this yarn before Joann's closed down, and it has this raffled elastic band on top, and then just a long straight fabric. I do believe it's mostly cotton or just cotton. And making the skirt, I didn't want the waist to be this tall, so I just folded the top and I have sewn it right down there. And I do not like it very much. I think that the waist is not tight enough, and it slides down a little bit more than I intended to. So I'm gonna undo the stitches and I will actually cut the top and add some folds in the sides of my waist and maybe in the front, and then I will just fold and make and sew the top. I'm sorry, my sewing terms are not great in English. And thank you for your patience. But after all the adjustments, I will share it hopefully next time, and hopefully next time it will be finished. But I'm really happy with the length, so I don't want to maybe just cut out the entire raffled top and add elastic band, because that would make the skirt much shorter than it is right now. And I'm really happy with how long it is. My feet are barely showing and I really like it. Okay, so my skirt almost finished project. I have to get back to it. My socks are finished. This is yarn that I had left over from Italy. I do believe it might be somewhere in between fingering and sports weight yarn. Yeah, and I had, I believe it's called School of Socks from Summer Lee. I followed not much from it, but if you have never made socks before, I highly recommend it. It's free on Ravelry, and she talks you through needles, through magic loop, through what yarn you should be, what yarns are best for socks, and how many stitches you need to cast on for your socks, and so on. I did use the cast on that she did, 2 knit, 1 purl. I wanted to try, because I felt that my long tail cast on that I like the most and use the most, I felt like it was not stretchy enough. So on my second sock, I tried the twisted German cast on, which gave me even less stretch. So if you have a recommendation for a good stretchy cast on for socks, I would love to hear it. And after that, when I switched my color, I just used little lace pattern that I have. That I have found in this book. I'm using this book to make a shawl that I will show you. It's an awesome book. I will link it in the description box. You can create your own shawl by selecting first what shape of a shawl would you like. You can do triangular, you can do circular, and you can do square shawl, you can do rectangle shawl, crescent shawl, and then after that you pick what lace you want to use, and also you can pick from various boards to finish up. It's a really nice book. And so I used the bees. I did 2 rounds of the bees and then just 1 round of little holes right there. And then what Summerlee has in her school of socks, so she has a heel flap and gusset, and I didn't really like the look of it. Here we go. I didn't really like the look of it, so I found a tutorial about how to do the shadow wrap heel, and I really like it. I really like the result, and the tutorial is really easy to follow. And then I did all stockinette all the way to the toes, and the toes I have followed again the original pattern. Yeah, okay, these are finished. I used 2.5 millimeter needles, and I did DPNs. Because I am old school, I have yet to grasp and master the magic loop. And I do enjoy knitting socks on the DPNs, so maybe I will stay with that. Okay, that's finished project. And then let's go to my almost finished project. This is a baby blanket from, again, yarn that I had left over from Italy. And I told this story in previous videos. I wanted to use this yarn because it's all acrylic, and I don't really use much acrylic yarn for things that I make nowadays. I wanted to make blankets that I wanted to donate to a hospital, but found out that the majority of children's hospitals don't accept handmade blankets because they use industrial laundry services, and they can't really guarantee the temperatures and how use of gentle cycles while they wash them. So I have asked a coworker. She just recently had a baby, and she said she would love it. And yeah, when I finish it, I will bring it to work, and I will also add the pattern in the description box below. It's a free pattern, but it called for a thin fingering weight yarn, and I do believe this is a DK, maybe a little thicker DK weight yarn, and I have cast it on the same amount of stitches as the pattern calls for, and it ended up being much wider than it should be for a baby blanket. But if I do the stripes vertical instead of horizontal, I think it will be just a perfect size, and it's almost finished. I was going to keep going, but I have just run out of this beige or light brown color, so that was the last stripe that I could have made. And now I'm at the brown. I will make the brown, and I will make the cream one more time, and that will be it. So I have 4 more rows to go, and then taking care of all the yarn ends, and then I can wash it. I don't think I will block it. I will just lay it down flat, and then I can bring it to her and see if she likes the softness or not. And if she doesn't, I can just give it to someone else. Anyway, that's another project almost finished. And excuse me, intro. There we go. And here I have a recent purchase that I will share at the end of my video. But this was my travel project, so in the car project. It's just a big granny square, and I want to make a pillow out of it. And this idea is from Sara. She's from Netherlands, and she has a wonderful podcast here on YouTube. It's called It Is a Sara Podcast. And what she does, though, she finishes with putting the pillow in and just stitching the pillow inside. I would like to add a zipper because it is going to be a pillow for my cat, and as you all know, with hair and so on, I would like to wash it without the pillow inside. And yeah, so I did stitch the 2 corners right there, and then I want to block it right now, so I'm gonna block it before I add a zipper in the middle. And the zipper is probably not gonna go all the way from one corner to another. I will add the zipper and then stitch the rest. Yeah, I have used this yarn, which I have bought at Hobby Lobby. It is 100% cotton yarn. It's a DK weight. And I have used, oh goodness, I can't see what this is anymore. I think it's 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 or 5.5. 4.5. 4.5 millimeter hook. And I used 3 entire balls of that yarn, and it is, I think, 100 grams. 142 grams and 335 yards. It's 5 ounces. So yeah, it is a little heavy. So I don't know if I would ever use that yarn for a garment, but you would probably use much less of it. And this is a self-changing color yarn. I don't think I would buy yarn like that again. and if I did, I would probably pick a different project. I don't necessarily like how you have just 2 rows of the dark gray, and then on the other side you only have 1 row of the dark gray. I would like it to be a little bit more even, but it's still nice. I don't know. And I started the first ball of yarn from the inside, and then when I switched to the second one, I started from the outside of the ball, and the third one I started from the inside again. So yeah. And that's another one. These 2, the pillow and the blanket, they will be definitely finished in my next episode, so I can share them. These will take me another couple of days or so. Let's make some room. And then my last project that I have on my needles currently is the shawl that I was telling you about. It's a triangular shawl with a pattern from the book, and it's called Blooms and Bees pattern. It has a front and back, so it has the right and the wrong side, and I think it will look much better once it's blocked. And I have 1 more bowl of yarn. This one, again, it's a yarn from Italy. It's a what do you call it? Yeah, it is a little bit of an unidentifiable yarn that I had left over from Italy. The little shop that I would go in Italy to get all my supplies had this big bin, and there you would get these convenience packets with I don't know, 2 bowls of yarn, 5 bowls of yarn, and at the discounted price, but there would only be 1 label with it. And I'm pretty sure that the label that came with this yarn was wrong, because it said that it's 100% cotton, and I don't believe that that's the truth. I think that it is definitely partially wool and maybe a little bit of acrylic in it. Yeah, I have started this shawl, I think, on 3mm needles or 3.5, but it felt really dense, so I frogged it and I switched to 3.75mm needles, and it's much lighter, and I think that when I block it, it will probably become even more drapey than it is now. I do think that the little bowls are about, I don't think they're 50 grams. I think they're about 25-gram bowls, and this is all I have left. So after I finish this yarn, the shawl will be finished. And I think that I will give this one to my mom for Christmas. And I'm pretty sure she's not watching, so it will stay a secret. If you have watched my last episode, you know that I have made a pact with myself that I will not cast on any new projects until I have project bags. So I bought some yarn at Hobby Lobby, and I have sewn a few project bags with drawstrings. And at the probably not at the end of this video, but I will share a video of how to make one through trial and error. I have come up with different ways how to make it. So at the beginning, I left the sides open, and I have two of them like that. So the inside is just repurposed old pillows. It's just all 100% cotton fabric. The one on the outside is new, and the one on the inside of each is just an old pillow. I really like these little blues. They're awesome. And this one I have made yesterday, and I have closed the top on one side, but I still have left this top open, which I still need to change on the next one. And I think that the next one will be the final way I want to make these. And I like that the wider edge on this one gives you this cute little raffle, and this one is just without it, which is also cute. But I just like the little extra cuteness. It looks like a little flower. I like it a lot. Okay, and then I have made one little one with a zipper. This one is the only one with a zipper, and I already have needles in here because this is gonna be a little travel bag. That's why it has a zipper, to keep it a little bit more safe, and it's gonna be my little travel sock project. And that wraps up all the projects that I have going on at the moment. And I wanted to share new purchases that I have made with you. I know I have enough yarn, but is there such a thing as enough yarn? Apparently not, because if I go somewhere, I cannot resist. I have visited for the first time this cute shop. It's called Who Gives a Scrap. It's in Colorado Springs, and it is a shop, is a thrift store for all arts and crafts. You can find all kinds of things. You can find yarn, you can find fabric, you can find everything that goes with that. So all sorts of needles and all sorts of zippers and embroidery stuff and artistic things like paint and brushes and paper and candle making supplies, jewelry supplies. It's full of things. And I have bought some beads. Oops, let me show you a little closer. I have bought some. Oops. Okay, let me set this down. Here we go. I have bought some beads, and then I got this yarn. It is panda wool. It was $2 for this spool of yarn, and it's 46% bamboo, 43 wool, and 11% nylon. And I thought this would be great for another pair of socks. Needle size 2.25 to 3 millimeters, which would be perfect for my 2.5 millimeter needles. And it is 50 grams each, total of 100 grams, which should be definitely enough for a pair of socks. And I got this cute fabric, and I want to make another project bag with this. So all the project bags that I have made are quite small, so they're great for summer knits and summer projects where you don't need that much yarn unless you're making a cardigan or something like a blanket or something like that. But if it's a tank top, it should fit just fine in a small project bag like this. But for winter projects, for bigger sweaters and things, I would have to make bigger project bags. Then I bought this cute little thing, and I thought it would look great on my market table if I put my business cards on it. Isn't it cute? Hopefully the wind will be my friend for once and not blow away all my business cards. And then I got this big roll of 100% cotton yarn, and I thought, I did unroll it and I looked at it, and it looks so it's not see-through. It's not see-through, but it's also not as thick as a lot of quilting cottons are. It has a little bit of drape. Actually, let me unroll it. Let me show you. And it was 3 3/4 yards for $15. Still. Let me see. So it does have a little bit of a drape, not too stiff. Yeah, I think it will be nice to make into a skirt. Not very wide. It's about 45 inches wide, but still, it's a lot of yarn. It's a lot of fabric. So I'm sure that either a skirt or a summer dress, this will definitely be enough. And I still have to wash it. I always wash my fabrics before I make garments. I don't necessarily wash fabrics if I make projects like this. But yeah, here we go. And then I bought those 2 yard fabrics. Sorry. This is really cute. I don't know what kind of fabric this is. It's just 1 yard. It was $5. It's 45 inches wide, but it's I think it's hand dyed. I think it's beautiful. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make with this one. It's a little stiff, and I don't know if you can hear it. So it doesn't really have much drape to it. And I don't think there is enough for, it might be enough for a skirt if it's no, not enough. Not enough for a skirt. But yeah, I might make a big project bag with this. I think it's really cool. This one needs to be washed too. who knows where she's been. And I have one more fabric. And this is the exact reason why I wanted to make project bags, because I was tired of storing my projects in plastic bags. I do believe this is also cotton. This one is also a little stiffer. It's more of a cotton that you will use for quilting. I really like the pattern. The yellow just gives it the little pop. Looks a little see-through. Yeah, and it says on the side of it that it's a Tuscany tiles style. Right there. The pattern. And it's by Hoffman International Fabrics. I'm about to sneeze with all this dust. Sorry. This one also needs to be washed now. And that's all I have for Who Gives a Scrap store. I will link it down in my description box. If you are ever in the vicinity of Colorado Springs, Colorado, I highly recommend it to go check it out. And then yesterday I went to Denver with my husband, and of course I had to look if there was a yarn store near to where we were, and I did find one. It's called Colored Yarns, I think. And I was looking, I am recently, my last summer project that I didn't have supplies for, it's a cardigan, and I was looking for a yarn for that cardigan. I don't want any wool in it because it's supposed to be a summer cardigan, so I want plant fibers, linen, cotton, viscose. But the one that I have found was missing one ball of yarn. They were short, so I couldn't get it. And I want white yarn. There was another one, and that was just one ball of yarn. So, and of course, like any other yarn store, the majority was wool, alpaca, and so on. Not as many natural plant fibers, which is okay. Just not what I was looking for. There were quite a few which were not like a white, but it was more like off-white, creamy white. And I want white yarn for that cardigan. So I'm already looking online. It's okay. But I found this gorgeous yarn in the discount pile. It's 100% linen. And it's this gorgeous bright blue. Let me see. It's the color only has a number. It says 0.9. Under that it says Robin. So I'm not sure of the color. It's called Robin. But it's a DK weight yarn. It's 50 grams. And it's from Fiber Natura. I have another yarn from them for another project that I would like to make. Then I have found these that I have never seen before. And it's called Make It Bloomchen, which I would say translated means make it bloom. I don't know. This color is 002, and I think she had it in pink, green, blue, and purple. And I think that these two together will be absolutely stunning. You think? And I already know what project I want to make with this. It's called Odele top. It's just this flowy summer top. And I already have winded one of the spools. I wind all my spools or all my yarn balls by hand. I don't have the machinery for it. I do it the way my grandmother taught me. Maybe in the future I will add a video of how I wind my yarn. And yeah, that's it for today. And I was telling you I have lots of projects coming, and I have all the supplies that I need for them already in here. So I have the yarn, I have the needles, I have the patterns, and for some of them now I also have the project bags. So nothing is stopping me from making a big cast-on party in my next episode. I'm really excited about it. And as I have mentioned, my tennis elbow, I think it's mainly caused by baskets that I have been making for my markets. Those baskets are made with rope. Let me show you a couple of them. So here they are. They're made with rope. So you have to have a quite a tight grip when you make them. Those are crochet. And I think that after that, and after I have got my mojo back and I just went all out with my personal project, I just aggravated this muscle, and it's trying to heal, but I'm not giving it a break, so I need to slow down. I'm using my joint and muscle salve on it, which I think is the only saving grace from me not being able to use my hand at all. And yeah, I just need to slow down, take a little break, but I will finish the 2 projects that are almost finished. Then I will take a couple of days break, and I will slow down, and I will start casting on my new projects, and I will start making videos. And next time I will share my cast-on party. Oh, I can't wait. I am very excited to actually use new yarn, what I had left over from 15 years ago, and make patterns that I'm really excited about. And I would love for you to come back and see how that's going. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll be happy to help. And consider subscribing, and consider checking out my online shop. It is a vegan apothecary with all kinds of goodies, mainly herbal products, skincare, salves and herbal remedies, and so on. And yeah, thank you. Until next time, I hope your life is filled with happiness. Bye.